Hello everybody and welcome back to WWE 2K14 Universe. I'm your host Jitch and you're watching Friday Night SmackDown. Kicking things off with a tag team match. This might be one of the most interesting situations I've ever seen in my life. R-Truth, by the way, has just realized he's not the World Tag Team Champion anymore since WrestleMania. It's just dawned on him. And he was looking for The Miz. He wanted to know what was going on. I don't know what's been going on in this guy's head, but he's been looking for The Miz. And apparently he found him. So the Awesome Truth are back in action here tonight. And they're going to be facing off against the current World Tag Team Champions because Truth wants his belt back after losing to the Brothers of Destruction at WrestleMania, which, don't tell Truth I said this, but it didn't happen. And also, don't tell Truth this, but this isn't The Miz. Truth made, I don't know, I mean, we've been saying this for a long time. Something clearly happened to our Truth back when he got ambushed and a little bit mentally damaged internally by Mark Henry, but I never realized how bad it was until I realized that this guy didn't realize he lost the belt at WrestleMania. He's not on Raw anymore. He thinks he's still on Raw, and he thinks that Zack Ryder is The Miz. So the Awesome Truth, I guess in R-Truth's mind, back in action, and they want a rematch against the guys they never even fought before. But this is non-title, they're not contenders, they're not even an officially established team. I don't know if they're going to start calling themselves the Awesome Truth. But here come the brand new World Tag Team Champions.
And the World Tag Team Champions, The Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction.
This is honestly a little bit of a nut sight to see. I never thought we'd see a day where Undertaker and Kane were teaming up, let alone carrying the World Tag Team Championships. I actually got to say that that championship looks a little bit alien around the waist of the both of them, to be completely honest, but they won the Tag Team Championships from Guerrero this past Sunday at Over the Limit, and I think it's going to take a very, very, very long time for this set of former world champions to ever lose those World Tag Team Championships, to be completely honest. Right now, the tag team landscape, for those that are wondering, at least those in their current ranks, are the NWO Blue, which is the team of Syxx and Kurt Hennig, the former champions Jericho, Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, and finally, if you can count them still, we don't actually know this for a fact, but Edge and Christian are still ranked as as a current ranked tag team. There has been no official confirmation that those two are finished. But I don't know who amongst them is going to be able to beat these two. Undertaker and Kane as tag team champions. Well, R-Truth is starting things off, and I don't know if he thinks he's fighting the Big Show or Chris Jericho right now, or if he genuinely thinks that he lost the tag team championships at WrestleMania to The Undertaker and Kane. I don't know what goes on in the head of R-Truth, and I feel like it would actually probably do more harm than good to find out. But I hope he's okay sometimes. I really do. I mean, I guess if you squint your eyes hard enough, I can kind of understand why he'd mistaken Zack Ryder for The Miz. I mean, that's the best I got. I don't really know. I don't know about anything else R-Truth has come out with recently. Well, yeah, apparently our SmackDown general manager got a phone call from R-Truth and he said, "Hey, hang on a minute. Me and Miz, we lost the tag team championships back at WrestleMania. Why haven't I gotten my rematch? Why haven't we gotten our rematch?" And the SmackDown general manager said, "'Cause The Miz is over on Raw and you're on SmackDown." And Truth says, "I'm not on SmackDown. Miz is right here." And of course, in his company was Zack Ryder. I guess Ryder is just rolling with it because, well, I mean, it's getting him some prominence here on SmackDown. We haven't seen Ryder in action as of late, so It's unfortunate, but I can very much understand why Ryder would roll with this, even if this is a disastrous little setup he's got going on here. Tag made to Kane. I mean, realistically, I don't think Ryder has any interest in teaming out. It's tagging out, sorry, at any point in this matchup. I think he's very much going to watch R-Truth lose. But I will say this. This could very well help get Ryder a little bit more of a booking if he decides to be in a team with R-Truth. We don't have a lot of tag teams here on SmackDown right now, and, well, why not? Big chokeslam there from one half of the tag team champions, Kane. Is Ryder he's serious about this. And we've got everyone inside the ring, and it looks like Ryder is not going to be able to avoid conflict any longer for getting involved in that one. Of course, R-Truth's shifting the focus back onto him, as he is the legal man right now. Kane was definitely losing sight of the match a little bit there. We are now officially in the month of June. We're halfway through the year of 2012. What a year it's been so far, am I right? Can't wait to see our main event tonight. The Intercontinental Champion Bret Hart has issued a challenge to the World Heavyweight Champion Damien Sandow. Bret Hart says, "I am a champion of integrity, of honor, of respect, and I think the way you won that championship is a disgrace to everyone involved." And so Bret will face Damien Sandow tonight to try and humble the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. I don't know how Sandow's going to weasel his way out of that one, but I'm sure he's going to try. Zack Ryder putting up as much of a fight as he can. It's got to be pretty scary to realize you're in the ring with two former world champions. Kane, of course, now officially a Triple Crown. Oh, no, sorry, he was already before, as he was a former tag team champion. My mistake. I was about to say he's now officially a Triple Crown champion. That's not correct. He always has been. Big chokeslam. I don't know if Undertaker's ever going to set his sights on the United States or Intercontinental Championship to become a Triple Crown himself. And that's it. Well, I gotta be honest, I'm gonna call them Awesome Truth in this situation, because why not? But they never stood a chance. But hey, Zack Ryder got paid to compete on SmackDown. Well, the Brothers of Destruction are victorious, and with this victory, we must move on. And up next, I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of this show, actually. I believe up next we have the Ultimate Warrior set to face off against Eddie Guerrero in a #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental Championship. Bret Hart, of course, being a fighting champion, he wants to defend that title again next week, and we'll find out who it will be against, I believe, up next.
Making his way to the ring, weighing 275 pounds, the Ultimate Warrior.
Well, there he is, the Ultimate Warrior. I don't know what exactly or who exactly likes this guy so much that he's been ranked so high in the Intercontinental Championship rankings, but obviously not everyone's thrilled about this. But the Ultimate Warrior, well, he's willing to take on anyone, and he's never going to back down from a fight. I don't know that this guy really understands the concept of championships, but nonetheless, the Ultimate Warrior faces off against Eddie Guerrero, someone who has been very hungry for championship gold. I actually think Eddie Guerrero and Bret Hart sounds like a fantastic match.
In the ring, from El Paso, Texas, weighing 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
I tell you, after Eddie Guerrero's dominant victory over Rey Mysterio at Over the Limit this past Sunday, he's definitely one to watch. You might look at someone like the Ultimate Warrior and go, well, Eddie never stood a chance here. But what this guy lacks in physical structure, he more than makes up for in intelligence in the ring as well. So I'd say don't count Eddie Guerrero out in this one. I'd say absolutely just bear in mind the probability that this guy can, he can go. He can go with anyone and everyone, and I think we'll all be in for a good match here tonight, and maybe even another big victory for Eddie Guerrero. Whether it sounds crazy or not, that's up to you to decide, but I know where I'm falling on this one, and I actually think Eddie Guerrero has this one in the bag. You know, this guy's only lost one match this season, and it was a European Championship match to Sheamus. That's the only match he has lost this whole season. Well, Eddie wasted no time running in, and unfortunately for him, that wasn't the smartest move he could have done. I will admit that. I like Eddie. I think he's got a lot of promise. I think he needs to shift up his attitude a little bit. Maybe not be so disrespectful to his former friend Rey Mysterio. They have so much history amongst them, and it sucks, and I think it hurts a lot of fans. And of course it hurts Rey to have to go through what he had to go through. And perhaps that's part of the reason Rey lost so defiantly, was because he was really holding back. Rey has been saying he wants to maintain something with Eddie, and Eddie has very, very much thrown that away. Right now, I think Eddie is learning the hard way that you do not underestimate the Ultimate Warrior. The guy's name is literally the Ultimate Warrior. This is only, I think, the Ultimate Warrior's third or fourth match since debuting. I think this would be a little soon for this man to get an Intercontinental Championship opportunity. Not to say that I think him against Bret would be a bad match by any means, but I think truthfully, when I'm looking at these two on like a scale, when I'm weighing up my options, I think I'd rather see Eddie Guerrero face off against Bret Hart personally. I think that match would be great. And it very much matches Bret Hart's motives tonight against Damien Sandow as well, because Eddie Guerrero, you know, he lies, he cheats, he steals, he plays by his own rules, whilst, wait, I think I meant to say Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, that is right. Oh, I did get that right. Whereas Bret Hart is a traditionalist. He is pure at heart. That guy plays by the rules. That guy will very much stick to what is correct. It's a man of honesty, honor, integrity. And I think that those two could really butt heads in probably a more negative way, but also in terms of a match. I think that would be a great match. Thousands. Into the corner goes the Ultimate Warrior. Eddie now sending him from one corner to the other. I highly doubt it. Big drop there. Oh, what a move there by the Ultimate Warrior. Really sent Eddie flat down. Up next, we've got some Cruiserweight action coming your way on here on SmackDown, as Cara, the tag team partner of Rey Mysterio, someone who's very much been caught up in the middle of all this Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio nonsense. He's going to be facing off against the Cruiserweight champion Syxx. And, oh, that was almost it. Side suplex. Ultimate Warrior really dominating Eddie Guerrero right now. Perhaps we just haven't seen enough of the Ultimate Warrior. Big splash across the back, knees on the chest of Eddie. Ultimate Warrior with an Intercontinental Championship opportunity. I guess that's that. So it will be Bret Hart and the Ultimate Warrior next week for the Intercontinental title. That should be a very interesting matchup, for sure. I wonder what's going to happen with Christian and Edge. When I think about the Intercontinental Championship, I think about those two. I think about how their friendship really fell apart at Over the Limit, and I wonder what's next for those guys. But that doesn't matter right now. Ultimate Warrior is victorious. And we continue here tonight on SmackDown. Up next, Sin Cara faces off against Syxx, following Syxx Cruiserweight Championship defense over Robert Scorpio at Over the Limit.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 196 pounds, Cara.
Well, this is a big opportunity for Sin Cara here tonight to try and earn a rare victory, and in a very big way, against Syxx. If he beats Syxx here tonight, similar to Robert Scorpio, you got to think that is an undeniable right to challenge for the Cruiserweight Championship. That's really all there is to it. Right now, Syxx needs some contenders coming his way. I think Scorpio had a good showing. I'd hate to see that be the end of his road to becoming potentially Cruiserweight Champion, but I think unfortunately he is a little bit more further back in the line now, and he's got to try and build himself back up once again after that tough loss. Who are those guys in that video?
Approaching the ring, representing the New World Order, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 200 pounds, the Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Syxx.
I believe it was back at WrestleMania that this guy won the Cruiserweight Championship, and I think he's been on a bit of a roll as of late. I think he's been a pretty great Cruiserweight Champion. Every now and then you just never know if this guy's going to come up with a win, and he keeps holding on to that championship, but then he does kind of have a by any means necessary, whatever it takes approach, and that can be what it takes to keep a championship. Just look at Edge and Christian and their historic WWE Tag Team Championship reign to know that that's exactly sometimes the mentality that you need to be a champion. Sometimes it's not about being honorable and successful in that regard, it's about what you can... Well, let me actually rephrase that a little bit as I got cut off. It's not what you can do, it's more like how you can do it. It's probably a good way to put it. Sin Cara, very quick on his feet as always. You can always expect a great showing in a match when Sin Cara is involved. I know not everyone is a big Sin Cara fan, but I think he's very entertaining. I think he's very fluid in motion, just a little too fluid sometimes. He slips over on a few fluids, but you know he's good. Following this, we got an interesting matchup after that tough loss to Sheamus, that quick, defiant loss in the European Championship encounter between Sheamus and the Great Khali that took place at Over the Limit this past Sunday. The Great Khali looks to redeem himself tonight, but he's up against someone who is also, I think, looking to redeem themselves a little bit, because Randy Orton is back in action in our next matchup as he faces the Great Khali. And that's a main event in any arena. This Saturday on Superstars, you can see the first ever winners of the Earn Your Spot Challenge in action, as I can pretty much guarantee you that the Raw General Manager is without a doubt going to want to put the Shield to work straight away, see what they're capable of, and see how quickly they can maybe rise the ranks and find themselves off of Superstars. If they can. You never know, they might be in the next Earn Your Spot match and they might go back to NXT. Speaking of Earn Your Spot, that's what got Rob Scorpio the opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship. He really started to establish some momentum after defeating Dusty Rhodes. But unfortunately for him, Over the Limit just wasn't his night. I thought he had a good showing against Syxx. I thought we saw a very determined side of Scorpio. I thought that was a nice match, honestly. Really could have fallen down on either side. Sin Cara tearing up the announce table, and Sin Cara getting a little bit resourceful here with a big moonsault. Oh, that is not a pretty landing. That's not the way I was hoping to see that one play out. Sin Cara, though, continues to fight back. He's not letting that phase him. And that's smart. Come on.
And this is going to return to the ring. Syxx.
Interesting move there by Sin Cara, and he manages to take down Syxx with that one.
What's he got in mind? Oh, that elbow's gotta hurt. Hey, Syxx showed us his versatility with that one. What should Sin Cara be looking to do now, King? After all of these shots to the head, I've got a feeling that soup's going to be on his diet for the foreseeable future. Well, clearly Sin Cara can think as fast as he moves.
I'd like to inform you all I have an itchy back. Leg sweep there by Sin Cara, takes down Syxx. Now Sin Cara over the ropes. Next big stop for the SmackDown Superstars. I know I was saying this on Raw, but it is actually the case now. The next big stop for the SmackDown Superstars is Money in the Bank, which comes your way in just about a month and a half. Very interested in seeing who is the next SmackDown Money in the Bank briefcase holder. I really thought Damien Sandow was going to have his contract expire. I'd completely forgotten about that guy up until the night of Over the Limit, that main event, that cash-in. He'd done it. He'd done exactly what he had said he was going to do. He was going to go for the most prime opportunity possible and not pass up a single thing. But the thing is, Sandow's got a lot of ring rust now, and that could cost him. Roll-up attempt there, but not enough. But that could very much cost the new World Heavyweight Champion in the long run. He's been out of the ring for quite some time, and I do wonder if he'll be ready to be in the ring as often as he's going to need to be now that he is the new World Heavyweight Champion. His most recent match, of course, was a loss of the United States Championship back at WrestleMania 3 to Dolph Ziggler. We haven't seen Sandow once up until Over the Limit when he cashed in that briefcase. Syxx sending Sin Cara into the corner. Sin Cara saying no, he's shoving him away.
Nice catch.
Nice move there by Sin Cara to get the reversal and a moonsault. I don't know what's going on with Sin Cara's outfit, by the way. Lighting's all kind of crazy in here. What a move here by Sin Cara. Okay, I mean, he should have really hooked the arms and legs and gone for a pin off of it, but he didn't. That's fine. Cover attempt. Oh, not even close. Kick attempt. Syxx catching him, and there's that super kick. Shades of the NWO's leader, Shawn Michaels, over on Raw. Cover here by Syxx. And it's another victory for the Cruiserweight Champion.
Here is your winner, representing the New World Order, Syxx.
He gets a big victory.
Well, once again, Syxx continues to be victorious, the Cruiserweight Champion. He seems untouchable. It seems like no one can really step up and knock this guy off of his throne right now. He is very much defiantly the Cruiserweight Champion, and I do wonder if at any point we will see anyone step up and knock him down. But for now, he is victorious. As we move on, up next, Randy Orton faces the Great Khali for some reason. Well, this man says he was dishonored, he was disgraced by Sheamus at Over the Limit. That attempt at that bro kick to finish it off so quickly. Khali is hurt, he is offended, and he has vengeance on his mind. It will be quite some time, I think, until he is back in line with the European Championship. But of course, the Punjabi playboy cuddling up with his many fine bitches, as he says. Couldn't say that with a straight face. I don't know why. I'm sure he's attractive to many women. It just sounded weird. The Great Khali. You know, he's feeling more confident here tonight after a few days of recovery. I don't know if this is such a great idea to be stepping foot in the ring with Randy Orton here tonight, but you know, Randy Orton had a great match out of CM Punk Over the Limit. A good showing, but a very strong return from Randy Orton. Perhaps one of the most notable things from Randy Orton's return at Over the Limit was that I noticed for the first time in a long time, Randy Orton used the punt kick. And not only that, Randy Orton RKOing Triple H. And I have a statement from Randy Orton, which I will recite in just a moment. Let's just let Randy make his way to the ring right now. And I'll be sure to talk about it once he's been introduced. When that happens eventually.
And approaching the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton.
I keep expecting that the Viper. It doesn't happen anymore. Anyway, Randy Orton here made his attack on Triple H last night. Apparently, these are the words of Randy Orton. Now, you take these however you want. He said, "I had no intention of Damien Sandow cashing in. I am not his ally. I am not interested in Damien Sandow. My reason for attacking Triple H is the same reason that Damien Sandow needs to watch his back. I have waited long enough to become World Heavyweight Champion, and I saw an opportunity last night. Triple H was weak, and I wanted to let him know I am next." What happened after that was purely a coincidence. Randy Orton does not support Damien Sandow, but the only reason he didn't help Triple H and protect him from Sandow is because Randy said he doesn't care who he has to go through. What happens to Triple H or Sandow is not his business. What they carry is the only thing he cares about right now. Great Khali. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Randy Orton. Great Khali. Oh, wait a minute. Randy, what are you doing? You don't need to resort. Oh! Well, the fans seem to enjoy it enough. I tell you, we are getting a very dangerous side. Oh, Khali. You notice that last chair shot? Khali kind of slowly turned around from that. And shoving Randy Orton over. I don't think Randy Orton is on anyone's side right now. I think this guy is very much in it for himself. I actually think what he says is true. You know, part of me thought maybe he intended to help Sandow, even if for no other reason than that helping Sandow would mean an easier challenge for him to try and overcome, you know. I hate to sound derogatory towards our current World Heavyweight Champion, but, you know, do you want to face do you want to face Triple H, John Cena, JBL, Mark Henry, or would you rather face Damien Sandow? Well, Damien Sandow has a lot of wits. He has a lot of ways to manipulate a match and come out on top. We saw that from his lengthy United States Championship reign, but I will be the first to say, I actually think that he's going to be the easier target, especially for someone as smart and as manipulative as Randy Orton. There's not a lot of ways Sandow can play the system to defeat Randy Orton. It looks to me like Orton is trying to show off a more relentless side here tonight. Not quite his former self, not quite the old leader of the legacy, you know, that version of himself. It looks like we're getting a very new kind of vicious out of Randy Orton. Orton ducking that one, and as... Oh, Khali comes off the ropes. Orton taking him down with a Thez press. And then a lot of punches there.
And the great Khali comes fighting back. After taking several shots to the head, Khali is risking serious injury.
I do wonder if there'll be any appearance from Triple H here tonight. There shouldn't be. The man should definitely be out of action for a little while after what he went through recently. It looks like Orton is almost trying to spare Khali there. He wants to end this one quickly. It seems to me like Khali is not having as much of an easy time as he did with CM Punk a few weeks ago.
Man, this is one of those matches you just like to sit back and enjoy watching. Evil intentions in the eyes of Orton. Oh, this WWE Universe is rallying. Powerful reversal there from Khali.
Ooh, another shove there.
You hear how
Seeing a lot of those coming out of Great Khali at the moment. Belly to belly. Orton taking a moment. Show a little bit of pride in his actions. What was a headbutt? Up next is our main event. The Intercontinental Champion Bret Hart and the World Heavyweight Champion Damien Sandow. Couldn't be more different from each other. We'll find out who the better man is in that main event. Typically, you would say the World Heavyweight Champion, but I don't know that Sandow has really proven that he is better than Bret Hart yet. What happens if Bret wins? That's my question. Does Bret get a World Heavyweight title shot as Intercontinental Champion? Say the way this match kicked off with Randy laying into Khali with a steel chair. I was not expecting to see so much fight out of the Great Khali here tonight, especially after that tough loss to Sheamus. But he did say he came out with new motive here tonight. Khali said that he has a lot to prove. Khali laid out as Randy goes in for a cover and only a 1 again. Randy now thrown into the corner. It's a very unique move from Khali there. You wouldn't often see him move that fast. Khali sent into the corner though. Randy, we're going to do something big here. Oh my god. Oh wow. No, no. Ooh. Elevated DDT from the top rope. Khali though, so huge. How do you keep a guy like that away from the ropes?
Never ever underestimate the sheer force behind this superstar's punches. He was one step ahead on that one. He sees it.
Randy, all sorts of fed up here. Khali continues to fight, and it won't be for much longer. RKO. Randy, wait a minute. No, come on, you don't need to do this as well. No. A cover attempt here by Randy Orton from the punt kick, and that was lights out to the Great Khali and pretty much anyone that has ever suffered the fate that is the punt kick. And here comes the World Heavyweight Champion Sandow. Oh, why? Well, I guess there is definitely no allegiance between those two. But perhaps this is all a facade. I don't know anymore. But I would certainly believe that Damien Sandow's time is going to come sooner than later doing things like that. Well, anyway, it's time for our main event. Let's move on to that, as Sandow's going to get out of that ring, back behind that curtain, and robe up, I guess. I gotta say, with Damien Sandow being vulnerable in tonight's main event, you know, I don't think that him attacking Randy Orton was a smart move at all, and I don't think it takes a genius to figure that one out. That was unusually stupid for Damien Sandow to want to pull off something like that. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but he's just made a very dangerous enemy. I suppose, though, Randy had made it clear he only wants that championship. Either way, the World Heavyweight Champion, Damien Sandow, must face a very tough opponent tonight in Bret the Hitman Hart. Still Intercontinental Champion, despite everything at Over the Limit. Some of that may actually be thanks to none other than Edge, causing that double disqualification. Not that Bret would have wanted that.
And approaching the ring from Palo Alto, California, weighing 247 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the self-professed intellectual savior of the masses, Damien Sandow.
I don't know if this is compliments to the championship or the man himself, but I hate to admit what a perfect sight that feels like. Damien Sandow looking right at home with the World Heavyweight Championship. I always felt this was going to come. You know, so far the Money in the Bank briefcase has a 0% fail rate. Every single cash-in has been successful. And that continues with Damien Sandow. You just never knew. Well, I guess we do now. So Bret going straight in on the offense there, wasting no time on the World Heavyweight Champion. Sandow, who just attacked Randy Orton. I can't say that was a smart move in the slightest. I really can't back Sandow's decision making there. I have a strange mix of respect and disdain towards Damien Sandow, but I think that that was just a bad move all around. You do not want to piss off Randy Orton. You know, that World Heavyweight Championship is going to have to be defended in the next month before Money in the Bank. Randy Orton is right now, I'd say, got to be up there as one of the top contenders for the World Heavyweight Championship. Behind Randy Orton is the likes of John Cena, Mark Henry, JBL, and of course the former world champion Triple H. I don't think that right now Damien Sandow can afford to make any more enemies. And yet he's still daring to do it. I can't tell if it's bold or stupid. It feels weird to call a literal genius like Damien Sandow stupid, but I just can't defend his actions.
A brilliant reversal by Hitman. These competitors are giving it everything they have. I love SmackDown.
Bret laying into the World Heavyweight Champion. Always love a good champion versus champion match. Of course, as I mentioned before, this is the first time we have seen Damien in action in months. WrestleMania 3 was the last time we saw the now World Heavyweight Champion compete, back when he was United States Champion and lost the title. A lot of people started to suspect he was going to quite quickly cash in his briefcase. There were even some who felt that he was going to cash in the very night of WrestleMania just to try and steal the show. I guess it was never about that. It was about picking the primest of times. And I think Damien Sandow may have done just that, you know. You think about the situation in which he cashed in. He may be having a lot of enemies right now, but one thing that he knows for certain is that the man who is due a rematch, the former World Heavyweight Champion Triple H, is out of commission. And I think that very much explains why Damien Sandow picked when he did to cash in. Over attempt here by the Intercontinental Champion. Not enough. Awkward strike there by Sandow. Didn't quite connect with anything, really. But he is in control.
What a kick that was. Oh, what a painful kick. No, big counter from Damien. What an impact from the knee.
As I mentioned before, two very different guys in this ring right now. Not to say that Bret hasn't been guilty of some forms of manipulation in his own right. Bret Hart, of course, very much responsible for the dissension of the former WWE Tag Team Champions Edge and Christian. No one can deny that. And he calls this a new move of his, the Elbow of Disdain. Not enough. Speaking of new moves of his, I wonder if he'll bust out that other move that he did. Oh no, catching the arms here, and there's the terminus. Is that all she wrote for Bret Hart? No. The Intercontinental Champion kicking out at 2. He's still got some fight left in him.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
You know, I do wonder if this match has some symbolism behind it. If one day we are looking at a World Heavyweight Championship match before our very eyes right now. Bret Hart with a devastating pile driver to Damien Sandow as he pulls him away from the ropes and into the cover. Not enough. Not enough indeed.
What a match.
Sandow, I think, honestly, Sandow has, he's been suffering a lot of damage in this match. It seems to me like he doesn't really have a lot of control over Bret at all. Sandow, you can see it. You can see the panic in his eyes. Here comes that submission hold. The sharpshooter referee, of course, he's got to be in position. He is literally blocking Sandow from reaching the ropes. But he has to be in position. He has to make sure that Sandow is locked in and that he is, you know, willing to say, I submit. He's got to check for that. But Sandow actually managed to stay in that one. The World Heavyweight Champion is getting schooled right now. Bret is such a master in that ring. It's no surprise to see that Damien Sandow is having a hard time overcoming his first opponent in months. A stomp of Bret. I don't think Sandow's got much more fight left in him. Honestly. Submission hold applied here. Damien Sandow's got to try and stay alive. The excellence of execution is executing once again. And this time the World Heavyweight Champion is under fire. Just got to reach those ropes. Ref, he really was in those ropes. I'm not trying to be a Sandow defender here, but the guy was in the ropes.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical. Ouch!
Ouch! I would not be celebrating right now if I were you, Sandow. You've got a long way to go before this one is over. Bret Hart getting the absolute best of the World Heavyweight Champion right now. Oh, God. Welcome back to wrestling, Sandow. What an impact. I don't feel like Bret's the kind of want to take a count-out victory, but Sandow might be knocked out. Never mind. Sandow playing the evasion game, shades of the Miz back when he was World Heavyweight Champion. Something about those Money in the Bank winners. Cover attempt here on the World Champ. Sandow with a quick kick out once again. He's got so much fight in him. It's safe to say he has not been out of training during his time away. Damien Sandow continues to just show how much fight he's got in it. Oh, come on. And there you see it. A submission hold victory for Bret the Hitman Hart. And I gotta think, not long after his Intercontinental Championship match with Ultimate Warrior, win or lose, this has got to be a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity, and literally does not fit Sandow's character at all. Nope. Thanks, game. Thanks for spamming submission holds, and thanks for fucking everything up. Well, see you guys next week on SmackDown when Bret Hart defends the Intercontinental Championship against the Ultimate Warrior and more.